2024 CR 2942, State of Texas versus Patricia Munoz. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Is that done for the state, Your Honor?
Anthony Cantrell for the defendant.
And are you Ms. Munoz?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you entered a plea of no contest to count one on June 10th. Excuse me, don't talk behind the court reporter. That's okay. Y'all just ask the deputy to move you to the end. On June 10th, you entered a plea of no contest to count one. The court found there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court deferred finding of guilt as you had applied for deferred adjudication. You entered a plea to aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. State was silent on your application. And it appears that the punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 20.
Yeah, I believe, counsel, from what I remember, state was silent and then range of punishment being up to 20, but I believe.
This is what you all have written.
I apologize. I'm close. I'm like, that's my bad. Yes, Your Honor. Yeah, in the event that you didn't grant deferred, then yes, that would be the request below the line. Yes, Your Honor.
No. So your plea bargain agreement, according to what I'm reading, is her sentence is to be assessed at a cap of 20 years in the prison, and the state is silent on her application. Is that what I'm reading here?
That's right. And then I'm just saying below the line, Your Honor, just what we had written. In the event that it was, that would be the request or the ask.
We're back on the record. So that the plea bargain can be clear. According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is going to be silent on your application for deferred adjudication. So that means they are not going to tell the court that they want you to have deferred, and they're not going to tell me that they don't want you to have deferred. They're saying that if I don't grant your application for deferred adjudication, the most time I can sentence you to is 4 years. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm that the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand. What I just explained to you, do you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections to the state and your attorney adding that as a part of the plea bargain agreement?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report? State.
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense.
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI report? State.
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Defense.
No, Your Honor.
All right. Any witnesses? State.
Up to this point, the hearing has focused on legal procedures, but now the court is about to hear the person behind the case. Every answer from this point forward has the potential to shape how the judge views not only her past decisions, but also whether she deserves a second chance.
State.
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Defense.
Just my client.
All right. You may inquire.
Please state your full name for the record.
Patricia Nicole Munoz.
And Ms. Munoz, have you ever been convicted of any other felony?
No.
And did you recently obtain your children in civil court?
Yes.
How many children do you have?
5.
And are you taking care of them yourself?
Yes.
Do you have help from your mother and grandmother?
Yes.
Mother-in-law.
Yes, I do have a very good support system.
Have you done things in civil court to help you with respect to taking care of your children
Yes, I have.
and helping yourself?
Yes, I have.
Did you complete the family violence prevention services?
Yes.
And you did this on your own, right?
Yes.
And are you in elite counseling at this time?
Yes, I am.
And have you done this on your own also?
Yes.
And that was also suggested by the civil courts that you do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you don't have a family violence case though, do you?
No, sir.
With respect to drug use, when was the last time you used any drugs?
In 2018.
And so you've been clean since then?
Yes, sir.
And who do you work for now?
For Santana Primary Healthcare
And how long have you been working with them?
for more than 10 years.
So that's the only job you've ever had?
Yes, sir.
And you still have that job to this day?
Yes, sir.
Um, how has your life changed without your, the father of the kid that was, Child Protective Services was involved in, with him being out of the picture and you taking care of the children yourself?
Taking accountability for my actions, bettering myself for my children as well as myself. Just having a good support system. And pretty much just trying to better my life for me and my children.
So with respect to this case in itself, there was an issue with one of the boyfriends, one of the girlfriends of the person you were dating at that time?
No, it's actually his niece.
I'm sorry, you need to speak up.
It's it was my daughter's father's niece.
And she was saying bad things about you.
Yes,
And that was because you were having the child custody issues?
yes,
And you regret what happened in this case?
yes, I do.
And if the judge were to give you deferred adjudication, will you follow all the rules and regulations, everything that she asked of you?
Yes,
Past witness.
Any questions?
Silent.
No questions, Your Honor.
How many children do you have?
I have 5.
What are their ages?
9, 7, 5, 4, and 1.
All right, and who's helping you take care of these children?
I am. I have my mother and I have my mother-in-law as well that are helping me.
And is the CPS case still open?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
All right. And do you have documentation that she's doing well in CPS?
Judge, I know that she was awarded custody of the children and they're trying to terminate the father's, one of the fathers who was involved in the CPS matter because he was not getting involved in that. I don't have the documentation with me at this time.
All right, so who's your CPS worker?
Angie Steinout?
All right, if you all want to call the CPS worker, see if the CPS worker wants to zoom in so that I can ask some questions. All right, so if y'all step
Will
back, I'm
that
sure she
also-
has the CPS
Will that
worker's
also
number.
continue?
We're back on the record in 2024 CR 2942, State of Texas versus Patricia Munoz. We do have the caseworker by Zoom. Could you pronounce your name for me, please?
Angie Steinow.
All right, Ms. Stownell, if you could raise your right hand. Do you solemnly
This is where the hearing takes an important turn. Instead of relying only on legal arguments, the court now hears from someone who has closely monitored Patricia's progress. What comes next could either reinforce her request for leniency or raise new concerns about her future.
swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Angie Steinow.
Do you know Miss Patricia Munoz?
Yes, I do.
All right, are you the caseworker involving her family case?
Yes, I am.
All right, are you her caseworker or the children's caseworker or the family's caseworker?
The family's caseworker with Family Drug Court.
All right, can you tell me what is her status in drug court? How is she doing?
Ms. Munoz is almost completed the Family Drug Court program. She has successfully been engaging in individual counseling, family and group counseling with her domestic violence and her substance abuse treatment. She has been randomly drug tested throughout the duration of the case, including hair follicles, which she has tested negative. She also has been reunified with her children since May the 3rd, and the department has done very frequent visits, almost weekly and bi-monthly for the last couple of months. And she's been compliant, doing really well.
When is she due to expire from or graduate from your drug court program?
I believe it's the end of this month. She is in the stage 5 of Family Drug Court, which is the last stage.
And do y'all provide aftercare after graduation or no?
Yes, we do. And she also has a sponsor and a relapse plan.
And how long is your aftercare after she graduates?
It's at least 6 months, and she will continue to do NA meetings.
And in your aftercare program, how often are you all still supervising, viewing the children to see that everything is going well?
We don't particularly observe the children as CPS will be closing out their case as well. So that will be Miss Munoz going to the continued aftercare program on her own.
All right, so then in your aftercare program, how do you specifically supervise Ms. Munoz?
She will continue to report to her, one of the counselors at Elite Counseling.
And how often does she report to elite counseling in the aftercare program?
Twice a month.
All right, and if there are any issues with her reporting in elite counseling, are you all made aware of that?
Yes, we are.
All right, any other questions?
Nothing from the state.
No, Your Honor.
All right, a final question for me then. Do you think she would be a danger? I'm assuming you all don't think she would be a danger to her children, otherwise you would not be closing out the case. But do you have any concerns about her interaction with the children or any concerns for her children if she were allowed to be placed on probation in this court?
No, I don't.
All right, do you think there are any conditions that this court should set to make sure she stays on the right path?
No.
All right. Anything else? All right, thank you. Thank you for zooming in.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
All right. All right, court's going to sentence you to 8 years deferred adjudication. I always ask for parenting classes, but if you completed parenting classes, you'll just need to provide the parenting classes that you've completed through family drug court. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, there's going to be proof of employment within 40 days. There should be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors.
Judge, may I interject on that is what she has been doing for the last 10.
Doing what?
Ask
Healthcare,
Judge.
healthcare provider.
And her whole life she's been doing it.
Well, here's the thing. I don't allow people to be healthcare providers when they're on probation in this court. If you want to be a healthcare provider, then there needs to be notice given to whoever you're employed with saying, I know this is what she's charged with. I know she's on probation for this amount of time, and the person that you're providing the healthcare for.
The sentence has already been announced, but the hearing isn't over. The judge is now outlining conditions that could affect Patricia's daily life long after she leaves the courtroom. These requirements show that probation is more than avoiding prison. It also comes with responsibilities designed to protect the public.
Also needs to be made aware of that. And I need that in writing saying that they have no problem. Otherwise, you're not allowed to do it.
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
let me just tell you, I'm not treating you any differently than anyone else. The reason why I do that is because sometimes these home health care providers, they would just hire people. They go into people's homes. Nobody knows if this person is on probation, has a theft, has an abusive history, and they're leaving them with somebody vulnerable. So I'm not going to allow her to be a home health care provider probation unless she provides a letter from her employer, and that employer states, and it's notarized, that they're aware that she's on probation for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and they're aware of her criminal history. And whomever she is providing the health care to, the individual, they need to provide a notarized letter saying, we know that she's on probation for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Here's her history, and it needs to be notarized, and they have no objections. Otherwise, she will not be able to do that.
Understood.
There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be regular random UAs. You can do the UA or the patch. Probation will explain to you the patch costs more. There's to be no contact with Miranda Medellin. And for the record, the court did not receive any documentation in the PSI from Miranda Medellin. And there's also to be no contact with Renee Vasquez II. There's to be 120 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. If you provide proof that you completed parenting classes through family drug court, that will be deemed satisfied, and the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Field visits, one time per month for 4 months And that one time per month is to begin November of 2024. I'm trying to time it a little bit, probation, with when CPS ends their contact with her. There is to be drug treatment, or I should say continued drug treatment with elite counseling. And you to report 2 times per month with them. Probation, is there anything else she needs?
No, Judge.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, Your Honor.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to
Judge.
own.
There is no family violence in this case.
No, there is.
There is,
No, there is.
she's not related to any of those people. And
There is.
we discussed that. We discussed that last time, also. Prior to-
Yeah. This is the niece, these are all family members, and she said it's the niece of the father of her child. Did she not say that?
Yes.
These are family members. So there is an affirmative finding of family violence. And because there's an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And with regards to the affirmative finding of family violence, it's in the family code. I follow it. If for some reason people believe my interpretation of the family code is incorrect, we can always revisit that. But for now, my interpretation of the family code is this is an affirmative finding of family violence. And my hands are tied. I can't say I'm not gonna have an affirmative finding of family violence. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're off the record. Make sure you stay in contact with your probation officer. If there is an issue, let the court know and we'll take it up. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good luck.